everybody, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I have filmed a talkative makeup video, so bear with me while I get back into the swing of it. For today's video, I thought it would be fun to do a more fall-inspired look since it is now nearing the middle of September and we're all in the fall mood, and yeah, so I already have my eyelids primed with my Milani primer. And I have my eyebrows done with this NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. And for today's look, I thought it'd be fun to pull out my Colourpop and Kathleen So Jaded palette. And we're kind of going to go more grungy, greeny browns. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm going to take a really big brush, and I am first going to dip into this shade Rose Quartz right here. And with my eyes open, I'm going to put this on my transition shade. You can do this however you want. It really depends on your eye shape, but for me, I like to have my eye open or half open. Sorry, my mirror is like down here, so that's where I'm looking. And then I can close my eye and buff the color out so it's really soft. I'm gonna pull it out just a tad here. Okay, I'm gonna take this little bit of a smaller brush. This thing is peeling really bad. It's my favorite, most used one, so that's probably why. Anyways, I'm gonna hop down here into the shade Geodude. I'm gonna put this on the outer corner initially and pull it out, and then blend it into the crease a little bit, just to mesh my transition shade with this green. It's okay if it's a little messy. That's why I like to do my eyes first, so I can clean up any uneven edges with my concealer. I'm going to take the shade Tiger Eye. It's this pretty purple? It's this pretty brownish green shade, and I'm going to pop that in the center of my lid and then work it towards the outer corner. I'm going to hop down here to the shade, what's it called? Smoky Quartz, because I like to have a little bit more brightness on the inner portion. And we're going to kind of press that on the inner portion of the lid. So what are you all up to for fall? Or what do you have planned for fall, I should say? Got any fall bucket lists? Going to pumpkin patches? Plan on going to vacation anywhere? I'm taking a brush and kind of lightly going over the top edge of those colors to blend them together. And then I like to pat over the middle to blend them. I don't want to sweep and muddy them together. I just kind of want a seamless transition. I want something extra special, so I'm going to go into the shade Diamond right here. It is my most used shade in this palette. I pull this palette out all the time just to use this shade. It is one of my favorites. I really, really would love it if they came out with a single version of that, because it is beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna lightly tap that initially over that more champagne-y color, but then I'm gonna kind of pull it all of the way with whatever is left on the finger. Oh, that just made it super special. Yeah, I really like that. I like these browny, greeny tones. They kind of remind me of Already Dead Leaves, but in a good way. Moving on to complexion, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I have really been enjoying this again. I just think it makes my skin look super nice and fresh. I have the shade Soft Ivory. It matches pretty good, maybe a little too yellow, but I make it work. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush. Blend this out. I'm running my sponge over the foundation just to pick up any extra product. And I really like doing this because I feel like it melts the product into your face even better, so it doesn't look too cakey. It looks more like your skin. I'm going to use my Rare Beauty Concealer. I have mine in the shade 130N. If any of you watched my fall decorating video, I know it wasn't the best video quality. I noticed while editing that the camera kept shaking because since my house is so old, the floors are uneven, and I did not take into account that when I was making the video, like during filming. And if I stepped a certain way, it made my taller tripod shake, and didn't notice that until filming, and I had already decorated, so what was I gonna do? I wasn't about to take it all down and then refilm it, especially since my daughter's birthday was 2 days after I filmed that video. So I just put it up anyway, and if I continue to make more home videos like that, I will be sure to pay extra attention to if it's shaky and stuff like that. So just bear with me. I know it wasn't the best, but I am learning. So thanks for watching it if you did. I'll link it up there if you haven't seen it and you are interested in seeing it. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Milani Silky Matte in the shade 01 Sunlight. So I'm going to put this on my cheekbones, but keep it up towards my temples and not bring it down past the outer corner of my eye. I like to keep it here and up. And then along my hairline, not too much because my forehead's not that big and I don't want to make it disappear completely. I think after this I'm going to go get a Starbucks pumpkin cream cold brew, I think it's called. Their new cold brew edition for fall. Normally I don't like Starbucks. It's my least favorite coffee shop. I know. Don't yell at me. But I kind of think most of the time their coffee tastes kind of bitter and burnt. But I really like the idea of the pumpkin flavored cold foam in the cold brew, the cream, pumpkin cream. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I really like that, and my favorite coffee shop doesn't have that. For that particular beverage, I really like that one from Starbucks, but everything else, I much prefer Scooter's. Their coffee is so good. But anyway, where I was going with that is, do any of you guys have a favorite fall beverage? And if so, what is it? And where do you like to get it? Let me know down there, down below. Okay, I just like to press my sponge over any step to kind of melt it into my skin. I think I'm going to do my lower lashes now. I always forget to go back to that, so we're going to do that now. I'm going to use that other littler brush that we used, and I'm going to dip it in that first shade, Rose Quartz. I'm just going to pinch my brush and run it along my lash line. Hi, Editing Me here. I forgot to mention during the video that I do have a Google form for a Q&A video that I plan on doing soon as I get enough questions to actually film a decent video. But anyway, yeah. The link is down in the description if you would like to ask a question to get to know me. Okay, back to the video. If you are lazy and do not want to get another brush, this is a great hack. And then I'm going to buff this out. I'm kind of going for a slightly more sultry vibe. I'm going to dip into Geodude there, that green. It's like a khaki green. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. And I'm going to put this along the outer corner and then blend it to meet these shades on top. And then I like to run my sponge ever so lightly down here to kind of create a softer gradient. Then to even further enhance the sultriness, I'm going to take this Endless Silky Eye Pen by Pixie. This is the shade Rose Glow, but it's more of a deeper rosy brown, I should say. I really like to use this in the fall, mostly. That's usually when I do use it. I'm going to take my sponge, pull down, and I'm going to put this shade in my waterline, and then kind of smudge it in between my lower lashes. I am going to layer 2 blushes. This first one is by the brand Space Case. It's the shade It's Not Me, It's My Sign. And this is the color. It looks really pale at first, and the texture of it is kind of like the Super Shock shadows from Colourpop, but a little more wet, but not in a bad way. So I'm going to put this on initially, mostly on the apples, and then I'm going to blend it upward, not covering the bronzer, because the bronzer, if you remember, I put here, and this blush I put on the apple, and then I'm kind of like angling it above the bronzer. I like putting this down because it adds like this nice fresh pop. I'm going to put the extra on my nose. I'm going to go over with my sponge again, of course. I think layering that brighter pink adds this nice natural looking flush on my on my skin tone anyway, to mimic that cold breeze that comes from the fall months. And then I'm going to layer over this shade. This is also a Kathleen Lights and Colourpop collab. This is the shade I Need Space. This is my favorite fall blush color. It's this nice muted rose color, but not too muted. And I'm just going to pop that right over top. It's just bright enough to add color, but not too bright, whereas to make it feel like too springy summery, or too frostbit wintry kind of a thing. I clipped my hair up because it was driving me insane. I'm going to use a highlight. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. Anyway, I have mine in the shade Fair Light, and I'm kind of going to dot it on the high points of my face. I have thoroughly been enjoying this. Way more than I thought I would. I liked it when I first tried it, but I think it's just so beautiful. It adds this nice glow without being too overpowering. I have a whole review comparing these two things. I will put it up here if you are interested in watching that. I'm going to touch up my brows because I feel like I kind of blended them away when I did my foundation. I don't always do my brows first when I'm doing my makeup every day, but I do them when I'm filming because they just take so long. So it's just quicker for me to do them before and then do light touch-ups after I do my foundation. I'm going to put on some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black, and I'm going to put some of this on and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Mascara is on, and I think the last thing to do now is my lips. So I have some lip balm on from when I first started. I don't know if I'm going to blot it or leave it. I'll probably leave it because I have constant dry lips. So first I'm going to go in with lipstick. Well, actually I'm going to do a lip liner. This is a NYX lip pencil in the shade Natural. And I'm going to kind of lightly fill them in because they're a little colorless. I guess I didn't fill them in completely. I filled in the bottom one and smushed them onto the top. So that was it for that. And then my main color that I wanted to use is this Revlon lipstick. It's in the shade Bare Affair, one of my ultimate favorites. It's this nice, soft, peachy nude, which I love. It just brightens up the face a little bit, I feel like. And then this is totally optional. You could definitely fill in and define your lips with the NYX color and then fill it in with this lip color by Revlon and then be done. But I wanted to lightly line my lips with this Bite Beauty Power Move Creamy Matte Lip Crayon in the shade Cava. It's kind of this cool toned purple gray shade, and it looks really hideous on me as an all over lip color, but I really like using it to define the outside of my lips sometimes, especially in the fall. I feel like it adds that perfect amount of coolness to my lips. And then I might go over with the lipstick again to kind of blend that together more. I lied, that wasn't the last thing. The last thing is brow gel. This is the Milani Clear Brow Gel. This is the final fall makeup look. If you would like to see more fall makeup tutorials, let me know down below. I was thinking I could do different colors. This is obviously more of like a greenish brown, but I could also do oranges or reds or even more golden yellows, or like more soft skin and soft eyes with a more bold fall lip color. Yeah, let me know what you want to see down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not yet, please consider subscribing. I upload mostly beauty content, but sometimes I sprinkle in something like home decor or fashion here and there. So if you have subscribed, don't forget to ring the bell. Then give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!